have been 21 federal government shutdowns in the last 5 decades. The longest was at the end of 2018, which lasted 35 days into 2019. What is the issue this time? What are the politicians fighting about?
Someone, and I'm not sure exactly who, came up with the right label for this apparent shutdown. The shutdown about nothing. It's just tragic because it doesn't have to happen. It affects so many people. It's really about a division within the Republican House caucus more than anything else, and the dislike that one group of Republican congressmen has for another group of Republican congressmen. They're determined to win battles that they could fight in other arenas at other times. But apparently, because you always have to recognize something can happen at the last moment, so far it hasn't.
And of course, Larry, the ramifications are huge. We've got a graphic that I just want to bring up because we know obviously thousands of workers won't be paid, including military members, but also many government operations will cease. Only essential services will continue, but those workers will be unpaid. We know that there's potential for increases to airport delays because of TSA workers, air traffic controllers also being forced to work without pay. Immigration courts might be closed, causing more backlog, and of course national parks and museums will close. Certainly a lot at stake, Larry.
Oh, it's a tremendous amount at stake. And as bad as all of those things are that you just listed, I think even worse is that many of the contract workers who are at minimum wage and certainly don't have a lot of savings are never going to be paid. Federal employees, for the most part, will be paid once this shutdown is over, whenever that is, and that's hardship enough. But others will never be paid for that time, never. And so this has real consequences for real people and real families. And it's shocking that the Republicans in the House don't care more about this.
And of course, the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, his job is at risk, right? There are some reports that the far-right Republicans want him gone. How likely is that? And if that happens, could that throw the chamber into further disarray?
It will be tougher to do than the rebels think. And it's still possible that the speaker could hang on. He may have to rely on a few Democratic votes at least. So I'm not ready to absolutely write him off. But you know what? If he wanted to be remembered for something good, he would simply go to the Democrats and say, I know I'm going to lose the speakership over this, but I'm going to open this vote up to you two. And so together, we will have enough members, well over 218, to stop the shutdown. We can join with the Senate and get it done and make sure this disaster doesn't happen. But of course, he wants to remain Speaker. He's thirsted for it for many years.
Larry Sabato, good to have you on the program. We will continue to follow that closely. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lynda.